gone on for too long, this trial.
Papa!
It really
Papa?
has.
Huh?
Papa?
Huzzah?
Papa!
Huzzah.
We're live. Don't start Ace
Wow,
32. No. This one.
What is happening?
For that.
Yeah, we're just gonna go straight into the next game. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll just skip this.
We
case. We're
we
done
don't
with
need
it.
context. What?
What's context?
We don't need context.
We don't have it. We don't know.
So, quick summation.
Oh.
What we covered last time was that
Mm.
the way that the book and the knife had found their way down onto the street was that the crime scene was actually on the near side of the street to the what's their names?
Aradeb.
Basil and what's her face, Faulty.
Not Farsight.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
because Rowley didn't want to deal with having to investigate a murder, and because he had an attempted murder, because he had an anniversary dinner that evening, he took it upon himself to move the body across to the far side of the road. But he forgot to take with him a certain flower that was found on the left-hand side of the road that proved that the entire thing had happened on that side, not the right side.
Yep, so we successfully proved that the corpse had been moved and the crime scene has been tampered with, and now presumably we have to call the Gardebs to the stamp.
Probably.
Exciting.
Very exciting, isn't it?
Because
they
yeah.
may be culpable for manslaughter.
We're in the middle of a very dramatic speech, I think.
Yes, we paused mid-speech because we were just
Yeah.
We were
so
tired.
It's flying very hard and very fast.
I was
Yeah.
extremely flaggy, yep.
Right.
I told Pat to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. I'm gay.
Start off strong.
This is the next speech to mine, Pat. So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it, turn right along Mearsham Street, and then... ... For dramatic
Fall
emphasis.
asleep again.
Yeah, maybe.
Jesus Christ. We're all
Everyone's
having
just like,
emotions.
what the fuck, you piece of shit.
Well, that's you fired.
He's gonna say something the second I put these noodles in my mouth. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry. Nope.
Oh, Constable, you really fucked this.
Hey, Cab was true. I just wanted... Just sat one night to take my Patricia out on the dinner. On a dinner? Doing great.
Gee, see ya.
Oh, it is me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, Rowley.
Just sat one night.
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighbouring beat's care.
You see, I thought... Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see.
I beg your pardon? Oh, of course he did. Otherwise, my Rowley would never have left the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement.
Probably should have done that with, an actual corpse, but...
I see
Didn't
your
think-
meaning now.
You didn't think to check?
Not once.
How did he? Well, the thing is,
Didn't
how
think to
did he
check
not
for a pulse.
notice?
Is
there a thing?
Okay, well, he carried her.
Hmm.
She must. Did he just sort of drag her across the
Probably.
streets? God,
So
yikes!
God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why. That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rolly. Oh, no, Rolly. That was all my fault. My fault. I'm such a terrible person. I should never have dropped it in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Rolly.
And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from one side of the road to the other in total?
Ooh. Oh, full. It was. Yes, sir. Definitely full.
Oh, sorry. 3 of them were dropped by Mr. Natsumi, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Garadep household, of course. Sorry, I just had a mouthful of tea.
Oh, honey.
What made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean.
Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it.
How you found it? What do you mean?
When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hands.
You're sure it was this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding?
Oh, yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir. And back to sleep.
Hmm. Interesting.
Was she an arsonist?
No, I think the book was the first thing to fall out of the window. Probably
I think
literally,
the book might
knocked her.
have knocked her out. She fell
Oh,
flat.
so if the book fell out the window, she bent down to pick
Yeah.
it up, it stabbed her in the back.
Ah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I thought the book knocked her out, but this makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was
one
an
or the other.
I mean, it wasn't. If it was like shot out the window and it bounced off something, that would take away some of the force, and then it would just go down, right? So, like, it would make sense being a shallow stab wound. Anyway, I thought it was an open and shut case at the time. You see, there were only 2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it. I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it over the road would make a jot of difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it. Yes, you have.
Yep,
'Cause
you have. That's you fired.
My lord.
Yes, Lord Van Zieks.
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses.
Does it?
Ah,
Have we not got more
Constable.
bullshit to do?
You may withdraw.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir. What will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him?
Death!
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course.
Please don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. tired. Let him fucking sleep.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Sir?
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime.
Never again, sir. You mean to say?
Leave. Leave now. This trial is not yet over.
He's as tired as we all are. I just want to go home.
Stop!
It's gone on for too long. We're still not done. There's still like more to do.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that? See the makers of this game. They thought of it.
I'm tired, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
Oh, poking shit.
No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
Lord Van could this be true?
I know you want to go. I know you want to go home, man. But come on.
Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing.
Come on,
That
sounds so enthusiastic.
I'm tired.
Yeah, but it was in fact me, Susato. I did it.
Iris did it.
Oh, Susato.
Is that right, Joan?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's gotta be.
I think you could probably present either.
Joan, you fucking stabbed a bitch.
Damn, Joan.
Yeah, can we get it done for like abuse too?
Yes.
That's
yes,
a
I
good
think
shout.
we should.
Yeah.
The defense would once again like to request a cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
Fine. Once again? You've done this before?
My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Aridep.
Me? Me? Oh, dearie me.
Just uncross his arms just to slam the table. That request has already been denied.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
This situation is very different now. Mrs. Aridep, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with my husband, Mr. John Garriott. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke in the room, your husband opened a window that was on the bar room.
Oh.
Well, what of it?
You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. A Upon striking the pane of the open top-hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yeah, Tony, you what? Hang on with this. Definitely got it. Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on.
Yes, I am an abusive piece of shit.
So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garrido. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before?
Oh. Well, I've not been sworn in as a witness, so I can fucking lie. I don't recall it.
Oh, you little shit.
Seriously?
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there in all his regalia said members of the jury didn't testify, didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
Oh, hello.
No. No, I have no recollection of saying that at all. Juror number 4.
Thank God we don't have a court stenographer here.
Oh my God, he's edgeworthing, guys. He's edgeworthing.
He's edgeworthing. He's doing it. He's doing the thing.
He's doing the thing.
Make no mistake, you jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out.
But that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere.
Look at that fucking
We have
baby
several
boy.
like that at home. If one went missing, how would you
I wouldn't
expect me
notice.
to know? I wouldn't fucking notice. No.
What's that?
You joking? Are you joking?
How many knives have you got, woman?
What are you? Yes. What are you saying, Mrs. What? Oh no. What? Wheels. What are you saying?
There you go. You got eventually.
I'm trying so hard, guys. I'm trying so hard.
Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. She's a piece of shit. So yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence. If you're going to insist on this being my fault, you're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife if that's what you think. Come along now. Chop chop. Do your worst.
Well,
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
Huh?
if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
Why don't you just throw the knife at her?
Then take the stand, juror.
Oh!
Yeah, we can call you liar to your face.
The prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman, even though I did just a bit earlier.
You already know
Thank you,
you're a rascal, Van Zeeks.
Rascal.
It's a rascal.
Oh, I'm going to have to testify.
Unfortunately.
Yikes.
Order number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes, today, witnesses' testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witness themselves may not even have been aware.
Ooh.
Oh, dearie me.
So I demand something that your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garrett. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsel?
Certainly, my lord.
Oh,
Say yes or no, Scape.
that's what I'm hoping for, my lord.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's get to the fucking heart of this matter.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go, let's do it.
This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. I'm here, in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer.
My goodness, Renosuke, you are adorable. You are just the cutest thing.
She's still got the teapot.
Good grief.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Wish you going to pour tea on. Yes. My name is Joan Garadeb. And I'm a juror and such like. That's a job.
It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a half or a maid or what anymore.
Court today has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, my lord.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
That's all witnesses ever fucking do. Oh, dearie me.
Her lips!
Ooh, wobble.
Weird.
Wobble physics. I think that's Mr. Garadeb.
Yeah.
Cheer up, Joni. Nothing to worry about now.
There he is.
Where the fuck did you come from, sir?
Oh, I didn't know you were here, John. Please. Sorry. I was just gonna pour the tea on him.
No, please.
Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
But what about your knee, dear?
Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
That's an odd way to refer to your wife.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's got his medal on.
At the same time, she regularly abuses him, so...
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the fact that he has his medal on, but he's also still in his dressing gown.
Yeah. I mean, why not, eh? Oh, John.
I just love the implication that he just goes around everywhere and nothing.
I presume you are John Garadeb, here to make my life even more difficult.
Yes, sir! Former Second Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fusiliers, sir!
Second of the 3rd.
Congratulations.
There's a 4 for the 4th.
Seen my fair share of action and now living the quiet life, as it were. The quiet life? Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question?
He's got a point.
Well, yes, quite.
Right, let's get this shit sorted. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. I hope we've got a replacement juror in the wings ready. Nope.
Just got 5 now.
Obviously. Just got
It's
5.
like Overwatch 2.
So Overwatch 2. Fuck it. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question.
At once!
Alright, here we go.
Okay, yeah. The Battle of Garadeb.
Good God.
Dear Lord, no.
Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though and got the window open.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd notice if one or two went missing, I'm afraid. If that bally thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think.
Oh, that's it. Wonderful.
Huh.
Concern.
Big concern.
Big concern.
Sorry.
It's an important line. My bad.
Sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening.
Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy caught us on the hop, sir! Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself. There's only too aware that on every battlefield, you're just a gnat's whisker from death at any moment. Oh, really? Okay.
Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here?
Well, I must say I'm dubious about that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife.
In combat, in combat, one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed.
What is your fucking backstory, mate?
What is happening?
These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have already testified. Or testified already, indeed. This may be a dead end.
Again, I ask, what is your backstory?
Antiques may as well be right.
Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Miss Nahoden, and honestly, I want to go home.
Last cross-examination.
We all want to go home.
Oh, I skipped
Would all
back.
like to go,
Sazix wants to go
please.
home. Aaron wants to go home.
Everyone here
Yes.
wants to go home.
Yes.
Yes, I'm afraid so. my nose was literally prodding through the pop filter when I said that. Just so you're aware.
If it helped for Ghost, would also
Very well,
work.
counsel, begin your cross-examination. Do it now. Do it fast. Do it. Fucking do it. Get on with it.
Hi,
Get on with it.
Could we, if you don't mind, have a look at the knife?
Yes,
right, we need to
Examine.
link this to him, I believe, don't we?
God, it would be too good if there were like visuals on it or something.
Yeah, if
Sorry.
there was like a fucking...
I believe you can open it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so.
like a...
I think we
opens.
might have done this. I don't remember.
Yeah, it ends blunt.
Can you
Yeah,
turn it
yeah.
around?
What's happened to the tip?
Missing.
Jesus.
Sorry, yeah. I think
Missing tip.
Oh, okay, Miss Snowhoder, just at the tip.
just at the tip.
Just at the tip.
Yeah.
Don't take those fucking words out of context. This small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Mr. Sato.
I wonder what could have happened to it.
It's still in the victim,
Yes,
and it's going to plague her for the rest of her life.
You don't think it was the watching the victim, do you?
Like a piece of shrapnel. Oh dear, I hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Okay, let me twist. Turn!
No.
This is everything.
No.
It's missing. It's got to be important, right? It'll probably come up.
Yeah,
at some point.
that feels important, but...
I don't
That
think
feels
there's anything
important.
else you
Yeah.
can...
Was there anything else we could...
Just this.
Oh,
And that
we
closes
were-
it again, I bet.
Probably.
Yep. Nice animation. We'd love to see it.
Nothing else on it.
Yeah.
But
No.
this,
Beautifully modelled.
I think we need to press a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know about this one.
I want to say pressing.
Well, we know the reason. We know we
Nice.
found out the reason. It was because she found a note in the book, and she thought it was he was cheating on her.
Yes.
So it might be worth pressing to get the reason.
Probably, yeah.
Shall we? This one.
Yeah. Let's see if we can fix a marriage.
That's the wrong button.
I think we can fix the marriage with divorce.
And a
Slight
criminal
restraining
assault
order.
charge.
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I do believe.
He's going to out him.
Yes, that's right. If I recall, if I remember correctly,
Spill the tea.
I'm poshifying the language.
it all started because of a note that was tucked into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garadeb.
A rather passionate note, in fact.
For Victorian Britain, yes.
When Mrs. Garrett found the note, discovering her husband's little secret.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too. Don't know why I'm looking so pleased about that.
What a sordid state of affairs.
Hell on earth.
Pansix is like, fucking straight people, I swear to God.
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it on. And besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway.
What half?
Oh, God. Oh, good. A likely story. Okay, I'm
This
not
is
pouring this
abuse.
tea on
This is
you.
abuse.
Yeah.
These orders very deep.
Multiple blows to the face.
And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
Alright, and
Wouldn't you like to know?
Set fire
did
to
that
the
change
carpet.
anything? In the
Uh,
first statement? No, okay, never
Not
mind.
yet,
We just aired his laundry for no reason.
no. Yeah, poor guy. Set fire to the carpet. I don't know, maybe? Press this one?
Yeah,
press
well, we
the-
might as well until something presents itself. I genuinely can't think.
Essentially, yeah.
Alright. Why not? Why not?
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it?
The bookcase. My armchair. Anything of mine, really.
Ah, that's helpful.
Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out.
A most precarious situation you put yourself in.
Ours is a three-story townhouse on the west side of the street where the water main isn't connected yet. You have to draw water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see.
Lodgers are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although that little moustached Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his own country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours? He's obviously very well off.
Have you actually seen the state of the man?
I believe he uses all of his income to buy books. Relatable.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough. Okay.
Okay, statement 3, press it.
Whatever I could find.
Ooh,
Such
maybe we'll
as?
get a list. We'll get a list. Be specific, witness.
Isn't the room on fire?
Priorities.
As far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw.
Sorry. That is most certainly not true of a Susato takedown, Mr. Naruhodo.
How do you know I was thinking that?
I am psychic. This is very well established.
So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items you threw at your husband that day?
In all honesty, I don't recall. I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, a sponge and a napkin, and my husband is objecting. Press him.
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say? Do you have something to answer? Mr. Gary Deb.
Hey, don't shoot! Sorry. I beg your pardon.
It's PTSD. Don't mind me.
Dear. Oh dear.
Just give him a sec.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind?
Oh, nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction
The old thing.
was somewhat more solid than she implies.
Oh my god.
Bricks and a fire poker, I seem to recall.
Jesus Christ.
Nice. Ouch.
Did we arrest her?
And the woman's aim is uncanny. She landed a direct. Good grief, woman! We're not at home now. This is a court of law.
Oh dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear.
You're not.
Lamp
Get in here.
shading, very nice.
Honestly, John, I would never throw such things at you, obviously.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened, hmm?
Your pipe, sir.
Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did. Yes. When I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage.
I see. Your pipe was broken.
It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyways, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Huh? You're one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear?
I wonder what we should make of this account.
I think it's definitely insignificant. It's obviously of no importance whatsoever. It's definitely important.
Note added to the test. The defense believes Mr. Garridow's remarks just now to be of great significance.
Objection.
Of course, you can object.
This war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife, and pipes as well as hearts may be broken.
No one appreciates your wordplay. Get out.
Are you okay? Genuine question. Are you okay?
I don't want to answer the question, so he's not.
Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding to the formal testimony.
Indeed, common sense one might say.
Right one?
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me. There you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady.
What? What is wrong with you, woman? Oh dear.
Very well, the court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence.
Nice. Let's do some examination.
Apparently it fell to the floor during a domestic dispute.
I hope I didn't speak out of turn, Mr. Naruhodo. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down.
Oh no, it's not. It's just others. I mean, there's some evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully.
Let's do that.
Let's do that now.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
cool.
shit.
Well,
Pretty broken, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
That's extremely broken.
Let's examine.
why has it
Yeah,
got?
it's chipped.
It's got a blue outline. Oh.
Hello.
The whole thing is blue,
There's a
isn't it?
small nick out of the bowl here. Look, it to him relatively recently.
And see how there are little scrapes and dents all over it. It's clearly a well-loved pipe.
Yes, you're right. It seems to me recently that being well loved goes hand in hand with getting some battle scars. This particular nick is catching my eye, though, because it's clearly new.
Oh, okay.
Right, let's look at the bandage bit because that also thing, and then we'll look inside. 'Cause I think we're going to find the knife tip in there.
Oh.
It's the only way I can think of that would link. Oh, sorry.
It looks to be in the sorry state of that bandage around it, doesn't it? For some reason, it feels so ominous to me. I'm just trying to shut out the warning.
Hmm.
Probably this is to go down dressing gown.
I suppose it must have considerable sentimental value to Baron, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this.
Either that, or you can't afford to replace it.
Dad.
Right. Look. Yes.
Oh,
No,
God.
my
Knew
God.
it. God. Well, it's the only way I could think of that. That it connected the two.
Bastard!
Absolute bastard. Oh my God.
Fucking bastard! What the hell?
Oh, something just twinkled inside the chamber of the pipe there.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this?
It's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. Hint, hint.
Hmm.
The tip of a blade?
Surprise.
Surely. It couldn't be.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Give us that. Alright. I know. Yeah. Alright.
We've just solved this mystery.
I can tell you something, Your Honor. Your Excellency, or whatever he's called.
What can you tell me about the knife used to attack the victim? I'm too tired for Welsh.
Too tired for work, so the Scottish comes out.
Valid.
What's the statement after that?
I think it's this one.
Yes.
Probably
Yeah.
so,
Present it. Fuck you.
What
Present
did you say
it.
that?
Fuck you, let's go.
Mr. Garadab, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
You can ask, but I can't see a bally thing.
You can't?
Used to call me Dead-Eye Deb back in the regiment, of course. But that was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days. I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest.
Jeez.
Get some glasses, my dude.
Oh, he does. Dearie me, it's rather wearing being asked about every other letter and every other word.
You must be very busy.
What the fuck? What?
Oh, Nescape.
There's no need for that.
There's really no need for that.
What is that? A tiny scrap of metal?
Yes, almost certainly on the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence.
Yeah, fuck it up.
Hmm. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence?
Mate, you just watched us from across the court tip the pipe upside down and shake it.
God.
They were ducked down behind the bench while they were doing it. He saw nothing.
Oh right,
hide
I
away.
see. Everybody just ducks down to examine evidence.
I was on my phone.
That's very anachronistic of you.
It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe.
My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. I wonder.
I wonder.
I wonder.
And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Council? Are you suggesting that in some way it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road?
Yes, that's what we're fucking doing.
Oh God.
Oh my god!
I am.
What?
Why the fuck else would we be presenting it? No, we just want you to look at this little piece of metal for fun.
I think
I've been asked. I've had stranger requests.
Fucking lord.
I think Alex had
To be
enough.
fair,
I'm just done with this case. I'm really done with it. It's been going on for too long.
When put together, another piece of evidence already in the court record. I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord.
You appear rather confident in that extraordinary statement, Council. I don't trust you.
Straight up.
I think you're talking shit. Very well then, present the pertinent evidence to the court. What evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of the case?
Fuck off. This is a knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you'll see that there's a small piece of the tip of the blade that is missing.
Fuck him up, baby. Let's go.
A common issue of the inferior blades sold at unsavory street markets. I prefer the quality stuff. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged in their victims' bones.
Good
Jeez.
Lord. And what
Really?
of this particular life? Fucking
Come
Judge,
on.
come on, get your shit together. Jesus!
No doubt. I haven't put two and two together, but no doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Good
Oh.
Lord Almighty.
An objection, really?
Can you believe
No.
it? It's a shock for us all.
That is not the case.
What?
But why?
Nani?
I love how drastic of extremes we've gone through in the past 5 minutes. We've gone from Rinosuke being deliberately obtuse now to everyone else being deliberately obtuse.
Yeah, this is Ace Attorney. This happens all the time.
The tip of this particular knife's blade
Yeah?
is a very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Garadeb's pipe.
Of course, it's normally. Oh god, he got shot.
Brief.
Someone
Van
fucking
Zieks.
shot him.
Lord Van Zieks.
He's been fucking shot.
I don't believe it!
There's a sniper in the corner.
You better stop believing it, baby.
Oh, it's Jojo.
Oh, you better believe it.
The knife from the crime scene, this fragment of metal.
What is that
Are a perfect
expression?
match!
Did he just put them together like a jigsaw
golly gosh!
Golly gosh.
I can't believe it. What bullshit is happening here?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Man, I just come back and yell at pineappling.
Pineapple alert.
Pineapple alert!
Oh no, it's a pineapple.
Order! Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
You didn't miss much. We missed, we found the tip of the knife, and Ryunosuke said that's the tip of the knife, and everyone went, what? No way, surely it's the tip of some other knife.
Did someone make just the tip joke yet?
Yeah,
We did earlier, yeah.
Very early on.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, come on.
I figured as much, but I thought I would ask before I said it.
I didn't take it further just because I wanted to keep this PG-13.
I mean, yeah. I was just gonna say it, yeah.
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
No, it's just common fucking sense. It's CSI!
A miracle? But they only happen when Jesus is involved.
What kind of comment is that?
Oh, no! I'm just struggling. I'm struggling with this case, alright?
Everybody is, my god.
I was gonna say, this case is taking a toll on everybody.
It genuinely is.
So Van Zieks has figured it out, has he?
Took him long enough.
Something, council explain the fucking whatever. Extraordinary coincidence at once. Oh, how does it need explanation? Jesus Christ!
Hey.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes,
I don't need to live
Lord.
anymore.
The crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is when did this fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Garriott's pipe?
We have to ask ourselves that.
I know. Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony.
This thing in my hand, as usual, at the time of the onslaught, knocked it clean out on a soft projectile she did. It would never have been set flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Huh?
If for speed running, Mr. Garrett.
Oh, dearie me.
During the arguments between these two, that this occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below. Mrs. Garrideb flung this knife at her husband.
Can we get her for attempted murder now?
Maybe.
Manslaughter?
Get her for both.
He's not dead, so.
Oh yeah, fair.
The other woman is.
Intent to...
Not dead.
She's not!
Oh, hang on. Yeah,
Commit GBO.
never
GBH even. I think we can get her on intent.
Yeah, you can absolutely go around with it.
But we're not a prosecution lawyer, so I guess that's irrelevant.
However, the knife missed Mr. Garrideb, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time.
Which caused the tip to break off, of course.
Good lord! Oh, wow, that's actually the line. Okay.
That was incredible.
I pressed and I was like, hang on.
She briefly saw through time.
I did. It turns out this is the one time the judge's reaction exactly the same as mine.
Yes. And that is when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Garrideb's pipe.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh. The chances of that, 1,000,000 to 1.
And yet, here we are.
And yet, there's no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe.
God, you can tell we're fed up with this case. We're not even making the very obvious joke that's there.
Then,
Tip in pipe.
Yeah, we're not even trying.
We just would like to be over and done with this show.
Yeah.
Then,
Once we're
after losing
professionals.
his tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out the open window. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the garreted house, is the very same knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street.
Oh gosh! Oh dear! Oh no!
Yeah, you did a
Oh,
fucking
she's on a
murder.
little box. Who
Wait, was
said
she in a
that?
box
Of
with their
course
house?
you fucking say something. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh god. Okay, watch him chuck the wine. Watch him chuck the wine. Oh, never mind.
A full-bodied fury, I'll give you that.
Please stop with the wine and margers.
Is it coming? Complex
Oh.
bouquet of seemingly trivial points, plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage.
Mate, there is a knife in evidence right now. We will stab you.
Oh, fucking cut you, mate.
Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to bottling his argument.
Jesus Christ.
It's good use of the bottling there.
Sorry?
But after all, it is just a theory. A game
A
theory.
game
Game.
The bottle, I fear, is corked.
I love how,
No,
I love
no.
how all three of us took absolutely no hesitation to just out ourselves as
Oh god.
He said it word for word.
Honestly, you not.
Because you
Oh,
see... Ooh.
Oh, it's the boot this time.
Oh god. Oh no.
It's spoilt by an insurmountable inconsistency.
Oh my god. Everybody is scared shitless of this man.
Insurmountable. Nanny.
Yes.
God.
Zeeks,
Come on.
explain yourself.
What
What is this inconsistency you claim to identify? And please stop fucking
Stop-
identifying
stop
it. I want to go home.
Stop trying to seduce the jurors.
An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord.
Is it?
Talk to the boot. The victim,
Talk to
was, the victim was found with a knife planted in the middle of her back.
Lord Van Zeeks, you are trying to seduce me.
Yes.
Are you trying
her.
to seduce? Working.
Ah,
Oh shit! Sorry. That's right, you silly little man.
Now, Joan, old thing, what are you getting so excited about?
We did a
I
fucking
swear,
murder.
Please, I beg you to stop calling your wife old thing.
Let us consider
It's
the
what
basic
people call their
facts of
wives.
the case once more. I mean, he's not helping the situation, really. Too much.
Yeah, not
I'm
really.
just worried about the consistency of that wine now with that animation.
The
Is it
victim-
actually? Is it jam?
Yes.
Yeah. Liquid's hard to animate.
How did you know?
The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above, there's no
There you go.
possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back.
Unless she was bending over to pick up a book.
Thanks, Alex. Yes, you're right.
Well, I'm already
I-
here, so
I can't claim credit for that. Tony said it.
Order,
first.
order.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tony.
Quite right. You see, that's exactly right. If the knife had fallen from above, it would have. Oh, good lord! It would have struck her on top of her head.
I wish it would strike you on top of your head.
I wish that too.
Well,
God, do I have to fucking?
These are words.
He's lost for words. Look, I knew it. I never liked his game theory in the first place. I don't remember what really did happen. Jury sounds. We
It appeared
haven't.
the defence has made a rather spectacular blunder.
You're right, Your Honour.
No,
If a
I'm
theory
very
has,
tired.
if a theory has even one consistent inconsistency, it cannot stand.
That's even one consistency.
Your theory, my learned friend, is history.
No, it's not.
Grand movement.
I'm gonna kill someone. Renescape, please get it together.
Oh,
Thank God
boy.
we stopped at this point last time, because Jesus Christ, this is long.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
God.
We were so close. I could see the
You're
truth.
still so close!
I was so sure we were on the right track.
You are.
The other way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency.
I don't know who's talking.
Sato, I
Honestly,
guess.
it's Sato.
Yeah? Or in other words,
I'm here to fucking save your ass again.
we simply need to eliminate that one inconsistency and the theory will stand.
Mrs. Sato.
Do you want to swap places? Do you want me to be the lawyer instead?
I've been with the work.
You need to worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all. And your mind went blank. Happens a lot. But
So
if
I'm
the
here to
path
be your
you
wife.
were is not the path you were on is indeed correct and the way will present itself.
Sorry. Pardon me.
Bless you.
The key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there.
It seems you have nothing to say, my Nibonese friend.
We're having a fucking conversation.
Well, your silence speaks volumes.
You were literally just talking.
A tacit acceptance that your theory is fatally flawed.
I will submit.
It's fucking not though. Yes, Renosuke!
Oh. I thought he'd be pointing or something after saying objection.
No, he's just saying it. He's thinking. He's said objection. And
Oh,
he's done.
he's
He's
also
done the Edgeworth thing of I thought I'd think of something before to object to.
This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means that I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test.
Objection. The prosecution finds this objectionable.
Yes!
Correct of you!
Then I found the victim from above. There's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back.
Unless.
Under normal circumstances, that is.
Yes.
What are you implying?
Counsel? Counsel?
Hello.
Counsel?
There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency. That can explain that the knife that fell from above would have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer.
Goodness.
Utter madness. Please.
Sorry, this must be the last. Oh, surely this must be the last time.
Don't
Please,
call
sorry.
me Shirley.
Please.
Shirley!
It's
Demand to hear
Shirley.
your defence. Counsel, please present the evidence of which you speak. Do it now. Do it now. Now. Do it. Now.
Oh,
Do it.
God.
Please.
Build it up,
No.
Build it up.
This is the last inconsistency. The final piece in the puzzle. If I can successfully make sense of this, the truth will lay bare at last. The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is the lion's pride.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We've fucking done it. Case closed.
This, the fourth book found at the scene. This is the final piece of evidence the defense will present.
Yes.
The burnt book?
Is that not Mr. Garadeb's book? Book?
Yes.
Is that not his book?
We have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place.
Do we?
This photographic print clearly shows the book in question. And the victim holding it in her hand.
But as we all now know, it was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that.
Except you put it in there because that's how it was.
Yeah, because that's how it was.
So, shut up, bitch head. Oh, it's still me. Quite so. Apart from his whole transparency thing, I can read. I learned to read. Quite so. As part of his whole transplanting of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road.
That's true. Never. As part of his testimony, Constable Leaf made an extremely enlightening statement on that point.
Oh.
What made you place that book in the victim's hand?
He's so tired.
Rip.
Oh, fuck, sorry, I was not paying attention. I'm talking
Don't blame
you.
Sorry, Rip.
Oh, well said. That's because how I found. That's because that's how I found it. Did he fuck me? When we first ran out of the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
In other words, the victim didn't take the book up of her volition. And clearly, that must have been before she suffered the night.
Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been doing much of anything.
So the question becomes, why did the victim have that book in her hand?
By Jingo! I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now.
Are you? Indeed.
Oh god, sorry. Oh dearie me. I'm so sorry. I've been sent a picture by my mum, and like it's a very blurry picture of me and her standing in a crowd of people.
Huh.
And the angle makes my boobs look fucking huge. And I'm trying to figure out why. Like they aren't that big IRL. I'm sorry. I've been staring at this picture for 5 minutes trying to figure out what the hell has happened. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
God.
We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Garadeb household onto the pavement below, at precisely the moment that the victim was walking past.
Yes, exactly that moment. The woman was walking down the street, the light fog. And all of a sudden, all right in front of her.
That book I threw. Oh god.
Yes, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh god.
What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly the book landed in front of you on the pavement?
Well, I really can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down. Oh, she's so cute. And picked the book up.
Yes, that is exactly what the woman in front of you. She picked up the book.
And then got stabbed.
Oh heavens.
And when the woman reached down to pick the fallen book up, What position would your black cat be in?
She's adorable.
Facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the room was still bent over picking up the book,
Oh.
Jesus.
Wasted.
the next object fell from above. The jackknife slipped into the middle of her back,
Oh, that is unfortunate.
and at the same time, walking by chance directly behind Miss Green, the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsu.
Well, I never.
It appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and the fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above.
Oh,
From the other direction, a constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker.
man, this is some bullshit.
Me again. So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place.
No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in an unfortunate accident.
A series of
And
unfortunate
that
events,
is the
you
real
say?
truth behind this case.
Brilliant. We're done. Let's go.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett,
I can just turn it off now, can't
Yeah, let's just go. The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if
Bullshit.
perhaps it might have been something like that.
There, old bean.
God. Poor Mrs. Garadeb. Of course, I never meant for anything of the sort to happen, but I only meant to kill my husband and not this woman. It was all my fault, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Literally it was.
Well, I'll take full responsibility. I'll let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book, and I threw that knife as well. John, dear.
It's all right. I know.
I'm ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry! And...
And down she goes.
Oh.
Oh god.
His knee!
Oh, his
No,
knees!
his knee!
Oh.
There he is.
Well, the just viewers are watching like, well, that was a...
Nope, that was fun. Yeah.
Well, that was...
That was the thing that happened.
Wow.
Oh, some time has passed.
Some time.
some
has
time.
passed.
Lord Franzix. Now, what news of Mrs. Garadeb?
We took a brief recess and the world went entirely white.
She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's DJ Baroque Van Zeek's coming to you. It would appear that today's events had left her in an especially flustered state. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There is no cause for concern.
Great, so we can go home.
Keep saying it, it'll happen.
Yet unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could have been easily a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions.
Well, thankfully, we won't be defending them.
There is some good news, however, my lord. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated.
Oh, don't tell me she's awake.
Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon.
Huzzah.
Yay!
Yeah, nice.
It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we never once met her.
How wonderful. The woman is out of danger, it seems.
Yes, that is good news.
Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Oh god, I've got to do this voice again. What? Yes?
On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this big opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture. And we're bastards. And have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies.
Fuck that, we're suing!
You
Emotional damages!
definitely
Fuck that,
should.
I'm doing.
We're gonna take you to the fucking cleaners, mate!
No, it is me who should be begging your pardon. But I doubt it, but go on.
Oh no, Mr. Natsume.
That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my confusion.
Conclusion, sir.
Oh my god, do not say anything that will fucking incriminate you!
I was sure the woman was dead.
Yes, Constable Beat said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she had been killed, too.
I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless.
It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me.
Alright, okay, calm down.
No!
Calm down now.
No!
Calm.
Poor Soseki-san. His imagination really has got the better of him.
Yes, poor man.
So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken into the fog had been taken by the fog spirits. I definitely said that right the first time. I should never have dropped my books like that and ran away.
You know what? I think that's a fucking reasonable conclusion to come to if you were in the London fog.
Yeah. Just like, fog demons! I should have called for help! For a doctor! For the police! Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of trust between our two empires. I mean, I didn't really trust you anyway, but that's never mind here or there. And for that, I'm truly sorry.
Well, okay, let's exonerate him and then we can leave.
One could say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. One that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We were befooled. We were befooled by this spirit and led to false conclusions. Thanks to Lord Van Zieksen, our young lawyer here from the east. That chain has now been broken and the spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both but mostly Van Ziek's because I don't believe in agreeing with the hard work of anybody's.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Well, Sir Van Zieks did fuck all in this case.
Yeah, he
He
just
did
kind
nothing
of
except hinder us.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was there to look pretty.
Simp.
and put his foot up on the desk for reasons.
Slutty, slutty reasons.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Yes, my lord.
I require you all to fuck off home.
No,
In
you don't
concluding
need
this,
You don't need to
in
do
concluding this trial, I must
You don't
still
need
ask
to,
one last time for your
Decisions?
decisions regarding the defendant's culpability.
you don't need to do that.
I do. Are you ready to present your findings to the court?
No, you don't have to involve them at all. There's not been a
Except
crime.
I do, because otherwise there's no satisfying conclusion for the player of the game.
Well,
We
you
need
still wanna
that bang,
change-
bang,
you-
bang, bang positive verdict.
God.
As foreman of this jury, I can assure you we reached a fair and just conclusion.
Did you,
I
though?
do-
At any point?
I do declare the truth can be extremely cruel at times.
Well,
I was insistent the woman next to me, that's for sure.
fully
Oh,
forgotten
Mr.
who that
Garadeb is now a
was.
juror.
Oh, okay.
Sitting in for the old bean whilst she's out of action, you know. But I know what her decision would be.
That's a funny word for in prison.
She's in the hospital at the moment.
Just, finally building it with you and stop. It's about time.
Oh.
Gee.
I think this is you. Amazing.
Amazing, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman, Mr. Foreman. Wah, wah, wah.
Guilty.
Oh, voice acting.
Not guilty.
Ooh.
Not
Oh.
guilty. Not guilty.
Oh god, we got
Oh,
a wrong voice for that.
Oh, we got it reasonably right, I'd say.
Yeah, I think we're doing more a fair bit of justice.
Justice, I like that.
Well, very well. Mr. Soseki Natsume, I hereby pronounce you not guilty.
Yay!
Fly!
Oh, we've got confetti
Nice.
Confetti.
Fireworks.
and
Too, that's
fireworks
right.
inside. Oh
Fireworks.
god,
We did it!
we did it! So now Saseki is going to die.
And finally, Mr. Natsume.
What?
Curse of the Reaper.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh, yes, Lord, sir.
You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture,
Nice, fucking off back
and may
home.
you never again be brought before me.
Oh, yes, sir. Of course. All my life, I swear I'll never found in a courtroom again. I'm transported to tears.
Oh, this poor guy.
He's just having a really bad day.
He really is.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned.
Thank
Fucking finally.
the Lord.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good work, guys.
Oh god, we did it.
Oh.
Oh, look.
Still calling in that.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean me?
Of course. Is there another locum here?
Is there even one?
Compared to the original locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it?
What's wrong with using my actual name?
Oh, at last! Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. It really fucking confuses me when they don't switch.
Yeah.
Oh, at last, I'm free. That's totally fucking. I didn't know. Nope. Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation. Oh god, he keeps going. Just. Hearty, hearty, happiness, hurrah!
Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsumi is delighted.
Would it be hard to just say that then?
Yes.
Locum, you did it. You saved me from the brink.
His animations are still hilarious to me. I don't know what he's doing.
They are great.
Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault, after all.
I'm just. Oh, that's not me.
I'm just glad everyone can see that.
No, not that! Lovely, loyal locum lawyer.
Yes?
I mean, as I said before, I've just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down on me, laughing. Look at that little hunchback.
Oh dear. I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume. You are sleeping right by a gas pipe.
What? Today, you, locum lawyer, gave my gloom the boot. You stood firm behind that baronial bench before all those babbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. When I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey's roof, I bellowed, "Behold the best barrister ever born!"
Oh.
Very sweet. It's bollocks, but it's very sweet.
Well, that's very flattering, and we're very pleased for you.
This has given me a wonderful anecdote to recount to my old friends in Japan.
An anecdote? Is that supposed to become of all my hard work?
I think this might be Sholmes.
Ooh, Jones.
I think he's the only one that says "my dear fellows."
Yeah.
You are my dear fellows.
There he is.
There he is.
I apologise for I have no idea what my voice was for this. Absolutely no idea. I apologise. Fucking hell. I apologise. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I apologise. No. Somebody else do it, please.
No god.
I apologise for keeping you waiting. I rose late this morning.
Oh, hello, Transit. Glad you're out.
I think that was it. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you.
Am I still doing it? Or?
Yes, please do. Please continue.
I
Pretty
see I'm
please.
here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say.
Oh,
The trial shall begin presently, Mr. Naruhodo, and I wish you the very best of luck.
oh, Sholmes.
It's just finished. What? No! Then my haste was in vain.
It's you.
That's the Saki fucking killer.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, have we met, sir?
This is Mr. Natsume. This man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom, neither of your bleak lodgings or that prison cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light. Charming.
Pineapple.
Oh, sorry. There you go, Saseki.
Oh, sorry. This is all your fault. Her lock shows. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind.
My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I have placed you now.
Well, that's really not what he's mad about.
You're the fellow who abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you not? Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now. But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human, after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience.
I do feel very badly about how I behaved.
Oh, never mind. Now then, what was it that you wanted me to say? What was it that you wanted to say to me, sir?
Nothing.
Priceless! Oh, I am sorry, really, but that was quite priceless. Poor Saseki-san. Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny.
Oh my god.
And it would seem you're not even found guilty.
Good lord.
Sorry. And my internet just kind of like had a pause.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Sorry?
But there is no bright side.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume?
Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits, and now by the Ripper.
Oh, that's right, you are going to die.
Yeah, true.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks.
I haven't forgotten, what facing that man in court means. Even if you're found not guilty, you're still doomed.
It will be all right, Mr. Natsume.
It won't be all right. I'll die.
Well, if we kill him first. If the Reaper appears to be making trouble, I will protect you. Hiya!
Fucking hell.
Like so, with a perfectly executed Susato takedown.
Ow!
Oh god, he's fucking terrified.
Much as I like being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Mr. Sato.
Yeah, it does.
So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friends back in Japan?
Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon.
Oh,
It's an opportunity.
It's already been a year since I arrived in Great Britain. I visited universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honoured with the tutelage of professors. And I've heard it every single moment. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here and the city it has shaped. And I've come to realise that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it.
And that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's very touching, Mr. Natsume.
I mean, I'm going to tell them how shit it was.
Yes, you should.
Or, in perhaps less veiled terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse?
That's not it at all! The more I learn of literature, the more this strange feeling claws at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen a work of my own.
Make it all about cats.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll make it a musical.
Literature by Sussex. Could be an interesting read.
I'll call it Cats the Musical.
Dan, what about Mrs. Sato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? What about us? Will you return to Japan alongside your mustachioed compatriot?
Nah.
Why would we?
A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London.
Dear God, it's only been a week.
Oh,
I don't know, dear God, it's only been a week. And only now does it feel as though we've finally found our feet.
And you are accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not?
We are about to be tapped out.
That's right.
We
That's
have
why
no
need to
money.
find lodgings before it bankrupts us.
I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted.
Oh,
We have
nothing
not.
like
We're
homelessness.
doing this fucking pro bono. Why are we doing this pro bono?
Well then, you could take my lodgings and get some gas hallucinations.
Fucking lutely not.
Oh, the windowless room?
But what if it works in windows? It more than makes up for with a floor, a ceiling, and walls.
Renting in London.
Great.
Selling it.
And of course, I'll be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit.
Oh my, an evil spirit. I sound a bit too enthusiastic there.
It really brightens the place up.
Yeah. Free spirit.
Evil spirit of every cereal box. I don't know.
Oh yes. It tries to suffocate you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call.
Once again, Mr. Natsume, I have to say you are sleeping right next to a gas meter.
What's a gas?
We'll think about it, if that's alright. Perhaps I can offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me?
Oh, God. Really?
You and a 10-year-old genius that makes explosive.
Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. The
Oh. Hello? Tony?
Tony? Oh no.
We've lost Tony.
Oh God.
No, Tony.
Nope.
Hello?
Hello?
I think I heard you, Tony.
I did hear briefly. Very faint, for God's sake.
Yeah, very, very faint, for God's sake. Oh no.
I mean, I can briefly take over, but if we're losing people...
There we go. Sorry.
Oh, there we
Hello.
go. Oh God. Is it dropping like flies?
Sorry, Tony, as you said, there we go, you immediately went. Ah,
So it is. No. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you sure it isn't just a little...
Oh,
wow.
I think you kind of got a bit
You
You're a bit
sounded like
muffled.
you sound like you're underwater.
Am I?
That was better.
A little bit better, yes.
Testing.
Oh god. Wow, you
Mm,
sound like a 80s Dalek.
Yeah. Don't know if it's
Try
the
again?
volume or anything like that, or...
Hello.
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 Is that better?
A bit, yes.
A bit, yeah.
I spoke with the landlady this very morning.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Oh no.
Anthony, you're underwater.
I'm really gonna have to show you the VOD.
How about now?
Yay!
Hey!
There we go. Voice meter is
Brilliant.
deciding to fucking have issues. Right.
Oh dear.
I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak.
Oh, you sound great.
You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of.
We do have shit in our rooms. Whatever. Oh, this is simply wonderful.
We just buy new shit with the no money we have.
I mean, we've got clothes and stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, Minovsky doesn't because he was in a cupboard, but I do. What an honor to be invited to taking logics in the great detective's officer's attic. I'm too overcome for words.
So, suggesting we look elsewhere is out then.
Oh, bless, look at her.
Then it's settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening.
Well, she is 10.
And you must come too, Miss Natsume. I insist.
As we should end all Ace Attorney cases with a meal. Not hamburgers, though.
Don't know what to say. Thank you, and yes, I don't have any money for food. Can you just feed me, please?
Wonderful. Then I'll go and complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long. I'm the fucking demon at paperwork.
Somebody's happy.
Hey.
Locum. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London.
Likewise, Mr. Natsume. It's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon.
Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we'll meet again one day.
Perhaps in another game.
Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then I'll be a successful lawyer.
Well, don't sell yourself short, darling. You've already done 2 cases.
Yeah, he's doing great. Hopefully by then I'll be a successful author.
Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Mr. Shams. I've little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening. And so, with Soseki-san's innocence successfully established, we rode with Mr. Shams to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street.
Oh.
The end.
And now he becomes
Lovely.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
That's
look
actually
at
quite
it.
nice. That's not bad at all. What are those
that is
onions?
actually quite nice. I think
The
that is
attic.
onions.
The attic room.
The attic room.
Oh, that's nice. We'll put some stuff in. It's got windows, and
There's
we're
a
not next
window!
to. Yeah,
It's
it's
got
got
a window!
windows. It's got at least 2 windows, and we are not next to a gas meter, so
Yeah,
Window,
true.
window.
So this.
Is to be our new office, yes.
Our office? I rather like the sound of that.
We'll get a plant. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it?
I hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step. But I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to our dream.
I would have moved somewhere with onions hanging from the ceiling, but that's fine.
So, my dear fellows, you like the place?
It's fucking haunted.
Oh my god! Wow.
Hello, sir.
He looks fucking great
Oh.
without his stupid coat.
hello. Oh, hello,
Wow.
sir.
Good lord.
Good lord,
Yeah.
sir.
I don't think anybody
Mr.
was
Jones.
expecting that.
Mr. Sholmes. Thank you so much.
Suddenly handsome.
It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it.
The sudden yassification of the collection.
Good, I'm pleased.
And all he had to do was take off his coat
Yeah.
and hat.
Iris and I are delighted to welcome you.
I read in the art book his hair's meant to look like a wisp of smoke, as if, coming out of his pipe.
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
works.
goodness. Oh, God.
Oh,
Me.
hey, Iris.
I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. I promise it's not human flesh.
Why would
It's
you
her
don't know if I
first
believe
line,
you.
Ripley.
Why
It's
would
her
you
first
clarify
line.
that?
We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have a lot to celebrate.
Iris, you must let me help you.
No, it's fine. I need complete privacy for this cooking. All right then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad.
Fucking call me that. Splendid.
Splendid.
We love a
Fucking call me that.
microaggression from a 10-year-old.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. I can't help but wondering what adventures await us.
I'm sure they're going to be full of bullshit.
Love that.
Those are precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is. Oh, man.
It's
Also, what
full
the
of
fuck is this
Londoners.
cover girl? What the fuck is this cover girl look?
Good
London
lord.
is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, and mirth. But the brightest of lights casts the darkest of shadows.
Are you talking about your nemesis? Memes, Joriarty!
Shadows?
Moriarty.
What do you mean?
Hmm.
Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So once again, Mr. Naruhodo, welcome to London.
Slightly ominous.
That's
after
where
that.
Yeah,
that's
alright.
where we end. Very nice.
GQ model
Good
show up.
everyone.
Of course, at the time,
How was I to know all the murder that would follow?
I had no idea of the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes so casually spoke.
So much murder
But it wasn't long before my turn came
to be murdered.
to lift
Would you
the
calm
facade,
down, please?
to lift their facade and see the true depths of the murk that lay behind it.
I am enjoying the very ominous turn this has taken.
End.
Well, to be fair,
Yay!
with a fifth case name like the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
you unlocked
done
an
it.
achievement.
I did
Wait,
get an
what-
achievement.
Achievement unlocked.
The
Very
adventure
nice.
of
How
the
was the clouded
unspeakable
Kokoro?
story.
Unspeakable story.
Ooh.
Ooh. We
Where
can't
is
Nice.
speak it.
Hat
It's
Hunter.
unspeakable.
What on earth is Hat Hunter?
Hat Hunter. having identified the milliner responsible for the victim's hat in episode 3 of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah, landed in London. Completed episode 4 from its opening chapter.
Well done, us. It was a fucking slog, this one.
It was absolutely a slog.
Only towards the end.
To be any better.
You know what's great? You know
I will enjoy this one on a personal level.
Big mood.
It can't be worse than Moffat's, so...
I mean, nothing can be worse than Moffat's.
I get the music
But you
back.
know what's great? I don't have to get up in 6 hours.
Yay!
That's fantastic.
It's great.
I have to get up in 7.
I technically have to get up in 7.
We've got a lovely little cutscene to look forward to next.
We do.
Next time.
We do.
Yeah, we're gonna do great.
Lovely. All right.
All right.
Oh, that was
fun.
enormous fun.
That was great.
Well done, everyone. We did it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We did it.
We did.
We sure did, and that was the longest fucking trial I've ever experienced.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we'll see you next week, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next week. Huh?
The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. Final case of Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney 1.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
this is just reminding me of, in like What We Do in the Shadows, where like Nadia's like, I cannot even speak the name of the man who rules this, it is unspeakable. And then like, Laszlo's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, I cannot even speak the name of this story. I don't give a fuck, it was a Hound of the Baskervilles.
Fucking Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
very nice.
yeah, it's right there, isn't it?
The clip is all over fucking TikTok. It's ingrained in my brain at this point.
Oh gosh, don't even remind me. There's that one where it's like Nadia is showing them the house. And he's just like, I feel like if me and Laszlo had a child, it would look like him. Small and heart.
Well, in that case, I shall call it there. Good night,
Yes.
everyone.
Brilliant.
And yeah, I'll
Good
see you all
night.
next week.
See y'all later.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
And take care.
Yeah.
Yes, have an excellent week.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care now.